Having nice new furniture and household items can make a home feel more complete and comfortable, but not everyone can afford to fill their home or apartment with furniture, and many people don't want such a big expense on their credit card. Rent to Own can help you avoid these issues and still help you furnish your home. So joining me now with Moore's owner Mike Tissot. Mike, it's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Rent to Own, I just found out, a family business.
Absolutely, yes. My father started the company like many entrepreneurs in 1985 with not a lot of money and a dream. And here we are 29 years later, still opening stores. So we're real proud of that.
Congratulations to you. And a great vision that your father had all those years ago. So then now you're sort of the next in line to take over?
I guess, trying to do my part, carry on the torch, I guess. But yeah, we had 10 stores in Ohio, started in a small town in Highland County, and have kind of grown north a little bit. And Reynoldsburg's really our first store in the Columbus area. We have some on the outskirts,
But are you only in Ohio, or?
We have 4 stores just over the border in Kentucky, so we've expanded our services into Kentucky a little bit because they want us down there too.
I think that people would be surprised at the scope of what you offer. So kind of let me know, share with our viewers what they can find in your showroom.
Well, one of the things about our company, we're small, we're family held, but we're also a Ohio-based company, so we have products that we believe are appropriate for people here in the state. So not just furniture, appliances, electronics, which I think people come to expect, but we will expand those services to lawnmowers, to patio furniture, to really anything a customer wants. We will find a way to serve their needs through the Rent to Own program.
Well, Rent to Own kind of says what you're all about, right? How does it work?
Well, just like you said it, there's a lot of folks that don't have the credit or the cash to go buy what they want. So this program was created really in the early 80s to give them the ability to acquire the things they want on a Rent to Own program, which is the rent you pay goes towards ownership, and you can acquire the ownership as quick as you want and as cheap as you want. And obviously it's stood the test of time. We've been open since 1985 and have continued to grow stores with that same platform.
What have you seen as the benefits for the customer? Obviously they can find things that they wouldn't have been able to find someplace else, but do you feel that sense of then all of a sudden it's personal, it's theirs?
Well, I think the benefit of the customer is people want to own things. I mean, home ownership, owning their own stuff is really important to a lot of folks, and this product gives people the ability to do that. My father tells a story of the first people that bought a washer and dryer from him, and they came to him and they said, "Thank you so much for opening this business because you gave us a chance to own our own washer and dryer and not go to the laundromat." Who wants to go to the laundromat? I mean, but I think just the sense of ownership is what's great, and the transaction is really no risk because if something happens, you can bring it back. I mean, you're not tied to it and locked down in a contract like you are in a lot of other credit sales. So people love that aspect of the transaction.
And now it is difficult to get credit, and that's probably another bonus for folks who want to have something of their own, but they don't want to go in debt, or they basically don't even have a line of credit where they could do that.
Yeah, and I think still people come into our store today for the first time and they're surprised they don't have to have credit. I mean, it's really one of the few businesses out there is business on a handshake. All we do is verify where people live and who they are, and we rent them things for a low weekly or monthly price, and they can pay however they want. So it's a surprise, I think, to a lot of people that there's not more strings attached to the transaction. It's very easy.
How are you different than other than rent companies?
You know, the biggest thing, again, I think goes back to our small town roots, but the main things are we have great selection of product. We have a broad select. We just introduced some furniture selection.
I'm looking at these pictures. You have everything.
Where we have 562 different choices of living room furniture if you want to order them. And then the service. We have a wonderful home office in Bainbridge, Ohio, which is in the middle of nowhere, but also the middle of everywhere. We service everything we sell. So we have a great, wonderful staff that takes care of customers and a broad selection. Those are probably our 2 biggest strengths.
So you say you have a store in Reynoldsburg. Are you opening new stores, or?
Well, we've had stores on the outskirts of Columbus for a long time. Circleville, Lancaster, Zanesville, Newark, London, and basically people from Columbus said, "We want you here," because we kept getting internet leads from Columbus saying, we want to do business with you, we want to do business with you, and so that's why we're here.
And you're in Reynoldsburg.
Absolutely.
Where are you in Reynoldsburg? 6492,
basically at Main and Bryce.
And you got a grand opening event just to introduce you.
A grand opening event, and we sent out a wonderful mailing. It gives people a chance to win $25,000. Who wouldn't want that?
That is a good deal.
I don't think you can. I think this excludes you.
Well, congratulations on your expansion into our city. Obviously, it's much needed and wanted. And thanks for what you do for the community, too. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mike.
Thank you so much for having us.
Good luck. Thanks.